Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline. Long time no see. I'm here today with a new video, and today's video is going to be a spoiler-free review of Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. But before I get into that review, I did just want to explain a bit about my absence. So as you may or may not have noticed, I have not posted a video in about a month, and that is just because I have been going through some seriously horrific mental health stuff recently. I really don't want to get super deep into it. I'm feeling better now. I'm still not doing perfect. I guess just suffice it to say, when your basic needs like sleep and eating aren't being met, it's pretty hard to plant yourself in front of a camera and talk about books. So like I said, I'm doing better. I'm still not doing perfect, but I do have some new videos coming, and I am in a place now where I feel better filming and posting videos again. So again, I'm just not gonna apologize, because I hate when I see YouTubers apologize for taking mental health breaks, because I think that that's just part of being human, and part of dealing with mental illness is being able to take breaks when you need them. So anyways, I know you guys will understand, but I did just want to kind of explain that. Like I said, I do have a bunch of new videos coming soon, but if you would like to kind of catch up on what I've been reading and what I've been doing since I last posted my last video, you can go check out my blog down below. I have still been posting a couple times a week on my book blog, so definitely go check that out. And if you're not already following, shameless self-promo, you should definitely follow Novel Link blog. Anyways, like I mentioned before, today's video is going to be a spoiler-free review of Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I buddy read this book with my good friend Jill over at Midnight Reads this month, and I will link her channel down below as well as her review if she's posted it. And I really had a fun time buddy reading this with her, and I'm glad that this buddy read finally inspired me to pick up this book, because I've had it since it came out. So Furthermore is a middle grade adventure story, and it follows our main character Alice Alexis Queensmeadow, which, let's just say as an aside here, is a pretty amazing name. And Alice is just turning 12 years old, and she's kind of struggling to accept herself because she lives in a world where the magic is based on color, this world called Fahrenwood where she lives, but she herself has no pigment, so she's kind of always struggled to fit in. She doesn't feel like she's very accepted by her mother, and her father disappeared mysteriously a few years prior to this story, and so she decides that she is going to go on an adventure to go find her father with some guidance and the companionship of her old school bully Oliver. I was really excited to read Furthermore because I loved the writing in Tahereh Mafi's Shatter Me trilogy, which I read a couple years ago. It's just really beautiful, flowery prose, and it's kind of funny because middle grade isn't typically my genre, just like dystopians like Shatter Me were not typically my genre, but I figured I would give it a shot because I do really love Tahereh Mafi's writing. My problems with middle grade tend to be either one of two things. Number one, I feel like a lot of it is kind of too smart for me, and that might sound weird, but I feel like a lot of the symbolism and allegories can go over my head in middle grade sometimes because they're so cleverly, so subtly worked into the plot sometimes. Conversely, sometimes middle grade just feels so tedious for me to get through and so simplistic, but this book was neither of those things. I think that it was a really great middle grade for me, and I had a lot of fun reading this. It was a nice break from the YA and adult stuff that I have been reading recently. Before I get into all of my specific thoughts, I will say that I ended up giving this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Okay, so on to some more specific but still spoiler-free thoughts. I thought that the worlds in Furthermore were extremely well developed. We have two worlds here. We have Fahrenwood, where Alice is from, and then Furthermore, which is the other world that she and Oliver venture into to go find her father. And I thought that the contrast between them was really excellent, and I thought that both of them were really well described and well developed, and they're both so unique and whimsical. I totally got Alice in Wonderland vibes from this story, as I know some other people have mentioned, because it is so whimsical and everything is so nonsensical at times. And you know, there's a young girl protagonist, and she gets transported into this mysterious dangerous, confusing world that she has to try and navigate with the help of certain companions. So it is very Alice in Wonderland-esque, although I don't think it's really considered a retelling of that story. The scenery was just so vividly described, and as always, Tahereh Mafi's use of figurative language was just so well done in this story that it made it really easy to picture everything. I do think the magic system could have been a little more fleshed out. I wanted her to go deeper into the magic that the people of Faerun would possess, but like most things in this story, a lot of it was kind of nonsensical. I guess it fit with the rest of the story. As far as characters go, I really adored Alice. She is so sassy and sarcastic, and she has such a quick wit, and I thought that she underwent incredible character development over the course of this story, and I really appreciated that part of the story. I thought that she was a really important main female protagonist for young girls to be reading about. I would definitely consider her a feminist main character for sure. I really loved the narrator of this story as well. It's a third-person omniscient narrator, and a lot of times the narrator will kind of speak directly to the readers and give kind of like an aside to the readers. I thought it was really cleverly done and cute and just so middle grade. It was amazing. I loved it. Tahereh Mafi's writing, and furthermore, was not as like flowery or ornate or, you know, laden with figurative language as her writing in the Shadow Me trilogy, but that makes sense because this is middle grade and the Shadow Me is a young adult, and I still think that her use of language is really brilliant in this book. Okay, so I've said all these good things about the book, but I will let you know that there is one really glaring problem that I had with this book, and it's pretty much why I had to just detract 1.5 stars, and that was the ending. The ending was super abrupt, and it was just a little too convenient. All of the circumstances surrounding the ending were just way too easy and convenient, and it just felt like Tahereh Mafi was trying to craft a novel in 400 pages, and, you know, that was it. She hit the 400-page mark. We're chopping it off. Everything was just way too convenient. Everything just wrapped up in this kind of fairy tale perfect bow, and I think that the message of the story really suffered a lot for that. I think it would have been much more powerful had the ending been more fully developed. Those are some of my main thoughts on Furthermore. Overall, I would recommend this to anyone who enjoyed Tahereh Mafi's writing in the Shadow Me trilogy. I would also definitely recommend it to any lover of middle grade. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have read Furthermore or if you plan to pick it up soon. I would love to know your thoughts. Until next time, guys, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!
I'll buy you a diamond if you want me to.